Well, guys, nice to have you here.
Thank you.
First question I would like to ask you, John. I read in an older interview, I'm not sure how many years ago it was, but that you like fixing things.
Oh yeah.
Is that something that you still do?
Yeah, it is actually. I really do like to fix things. My grandfather was from Italy. Mm-hmm. I might have gotten it from him because he'd always say, "I'm gonna fix Skippy." That was my nickname. But yeah, I like old Volkswagens, and I got a 1958 Carmen Ghia, and I pulled it out of a field. The last time it was registered was 1977, so it had sat for a long time.
Was it a project that you could fix, or is it a hard challenge?
It was a hard challenge. Yeah, I have a garage, and I jacked it up, and I pulled out the transmission and the motor, and every kind of rat's nest and hornet's nest and bird's nest. But a friend of mine, he rebuilt the engine, and I put it all back together, and it runs. It's a great car.
Do you have an understanding of what he's doing when he's in his garage?
I do. Yeah, I'm amazed. I'm amazed that he does a lot of the stuff by himself, because some of the stuff is pretty heavy. When he's putting in the engine, it's crazy. But he knows what he's doing.
What do you get from it? When you completed a car or a project that you have been working on for some time?
It's kind of hard to describe, really. It's kind of like drumming in a way. You kind of get into this zone, It's using tools and making something that was completely, pretty much considered junk, usable again. It's a pretty rewarding experience.
Do you know if Joey has a similar pastime activity beside music that he could maybe have the same experience from?
Yeah, I think he does.
What is it? Can you tell us?
Well, let's see. We were just talking about this at lunch because we have to do some questions in Berlin dealing with our hobbies. And I know for John, for sure, he loves fixing old cars and even some of the bikes too. I've been getting into learning about wine.
Getting a connoisseur.
Yeah, just, what happened was there's a friend of ours that came and recorded with us, and we became really good friends. And I said, look, I know you got kids and you came from Spain to make this record. You don't have to pay me. This is great. I had a lot of fun. He goes, okay. And he sent me not just one bottle, but a case of wine, and then one really nice wine. It's a Vega Sicilia Valbuena 5 Año. It was from 2000. And I waited on opening it because it's an old bottle. And then he came back to do some more work, and we had it together with a very simple meal. And I'd never tasted anything like this before. I mean, I've had a lot of wine, but I've never had a real high-end kind of wine.
Can you describe the moment that you had that feeling for the first time? Is it what went through you then?
Well, it didn't feel
Beside
like
alcohol, maybe.
Yeah, no, it didn't feel like I was drinking a glass of wine. It really felt like I was standing in a field somewhere, and I was smelling and tasting all of the aroma and the things that were around me, and it was transcending. It was fantastic.
Man, I like that hobby.
Yeah?
That sounds like a good one.
Have you shared already a special glass of wine at some point?
I'm sure we have.
Yeah.
In the past.
Yeah.
But not from your new collection.
I haven't opened much wine.
Yeah, we've been pretty busy.
In the last year, I've been busy with raising a family, and I've been busy working. Yeah, it's a lot of work.
But beside the work, do you still sometimes choose these moments together that you, after finishing a record or something, is there something of kind of celebration that you both share, enjoying something special? Maybe a glass of wine or...
Yeah, we get together with the families, and we had a nice dinner with Christina and Nova after we played for the First Lady, Michele Obama. It was a really nice time.
How was it meeting Michelle?
It was amazing. It was really, really great and inspirational to see her talk and
what she spoke about, do you remember?
It was pretty standard. Well, I shouldn't say standard, but she was on a campaign tour, and I think she was I thought she shared with the audience some things about Obama, her husband Barack, and one thing in particular that I thought was really special was she says that he reads letters that he gets, and they read them together at night after the day's work is done, and they kind of share that together, and he thinks about these letters and takes them to heart. I thought that was beautiful.
What did you play? Did you spoke to her in person? Did she say something about your music? What did you play to her?
Well, so she came to Tucson for a fundraising event, and there was a lot of people in the theater, and we took a picture together. We said hello. There really wasn't much time. There was a lot of things for her to do, and then we went on stage and performed about 4 or 5 songs, and we went and took our seat, and then she said, "Wow, that was really amazing. I love Calexico. What a great band."
Did she knew already about you?
I'm not sure. I don't know.
She
but
didn't?
her staff certainly did, and they were the ones who were responsible for inviting us to join her for the event.
It wasn't that Barack is a fan of you already, maybe? Or?
I don't know. We really don't know, but
We have some friends that have played at the White House. Amos Lee, Glenn Hansard from the Swell season and the Frames have both played at the White House, and I think from what I've heard is that the staff of the White House are very young, and they're very open-minded and into music. So.